Alright guys, welcome back to the mini jet. So I'm just kind of finishing up the center section. Last video I was working on repairing some lights and stuff like that on the wings, and I'll show you that that stuff in just a second. But so this is the bottom, and I had to go back and hook up the gear doors here. Let me adjust this just a hair. There we go. So you can see it's just essentially a metal rod with ball ends on this little metal clamp and a long screw and nuts. You know, I guess that's their pro work. But you know, whatever. So it's back on. It just took me a while because you have to get it just right, and then you know you have to keep closing it down, making sure this pulls down all the way, and I had to trim right here because it was hitting a little bit, which is why you see some white there. I'll have to touch that up, but and actually it looks like I need to I'm trying to leave a little slack in them, that way they don't pull too hard on the door and break it. Like this one, yeah, that one's actually perfect. So I'll tighten this one up just a hair. But so that's done. The only thing I have left to do on these is I have to make a light mount for the landing light. So it'll be mounted. I got to get it to clear past this bulkhead, so it'll probably be like right in this area here. And this is the lead for that. So and speed brakes are functional. They're linear actuators, so getting there. I wanted to get the center section done today. I was trying to get it done and get the start, you know, putting the jet together. But I just wasn't too motivated this morning. Plus work got in the way. You know, I still work for the Army. I'm not flying Apaches anymore, but I still work around them. And you know, we're kind of like the top part of the tier. You know, between like the next step from us is like the Pentagon and stuff like that. So we're usually the first to hear about things. And we've had a lot of aircraft go down this year. I mean, I think the last year we've lost more aircraft than the entire 20 years I was in the military. And my 20 years in the military, we were at war, you know, and it seems like since we've stopped the wars and pulled out of a lot of things, accident rates have went up. A lot of that is, I don't know what it is. Some stuff we've had issues with as far as designs, and you know, they update the helicopter, they update certain things and they don't update others, which causes problems. But we lost one yesterday. They were shooting gunnery, and don't know what it is yet. The crew survived for the most part, but the aircraft was a total loss, so that's like 10 this year. But anyways, so I didn't get out here as much. I went exercised and had to go pick up my kid, but I did manage to get out here to get this done. I'm gonna flip this over. Gotta bear with me here. This is like the heaviest part of the daggum jet, you know, is this center section. These gear are kind of heavy, and they're gonna plop down, so I'm gonna go ahead and sit them down like that. There we go. And bam, that is what I wanted to show you guys. So I finished up this. This is the kind of all-in-one connection board for the wing. Let me pull these out here. These will be in the fuselage running to, you know, obviously the power system. But so I've got all the airlines here. I'll just have to, you know, these are the quick disconnects, you know, they just screw on. Obviously these will be attached to airlines going to the valves. So you've got, you know, I just thought about that. I'm a goofball. I should have just teed these. Oh my God. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should technically only have 3 here versus the 6. Ugh, I'm a goofball. I just thought about that. See, I mess up too. I don't, you know, sometimes I come up with these ideas and they're great initially, but then it's like, you know, after you think about it or after the jet's built, I'm like, why the hell did I do that? Oh man. So yeah, I should have just put a T-fitting on each of these and just had 3. You know, it would have saved a little weight as well. Yeah, so I guess I could, you know, I can always redo this. This is just glued down. I can print another one of these and cut it all off and redo it. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, so 2 for the gear, 1 for brakes, and yeah, I should have definitely done just 1. Oh well. These 2 here are for the speed brakes. And again, now that I think about it, I should have done a Y harness with 1. And these are my servos. So those are actually right. And this is all the lights. So this will be all the lights and everything. So I'm probably going to redo this now that I think about it. I could have done this a lot different, made it a little bit easier. Just had 3 right here, 1 of this. These will be the same, it'll be the same. So yeah, I may do that. But then again, those gear are kind of nice and big, so it might be better to run closer to the line, to the valve with 2 valves. I don't know, I'll think about it. But yeah, that's kind of a dumb thing now that I think about it. Anyways, that's a bummer. Oh well. Easy fix. Like I said, this is just 3D printed and it'll probably pop off because I wanted it as just tacked down. But that's what I'm going for. So, yeah. I do also need to do these. So this flap comes all the way up, but it doesn't come flush. This one comes up and is perfect. So this one, the only thing I can think of is, well, I know what it is. They hinged it wrong, and I can't really sand this up here because you know, it's painted and it's shaped. So the only thing I could do is make that side like this one, which kind of is cheesy, or re-drill the hole kind of back further out, and then that would allow this to come up a little bit more. I mean, because that's not a lot. I mean, it's like 2 millimeters, and I can actually flex it up, and it's perfect. So it might be something that I can work and tweak and make work. But yeah, I just noticed that today too. And I also glued on a little air hose holder here. This is JB welded on. It's just a plastic airline holder to keep it off the tire. You don't want to rub it and put a hole in your brake line. So, and all right. So there you go. But just want to show you guys a little quick update. It's been a minute since I've done a video. And I'm going to think about this. There seems like there's a reason why I put, you know, I think I was going to run 2 independent lines on the speed brakes because one was going slower than the other. Even though they're the same ratio, you want to be able to independently adjust them. That's what it was. Yeah, so if I put a Y harness on it, even though they're pretty close, you still have to tweak endpoints. So they both need their own channel. That's great. The red plugs are good. The lights are good. This was the only thing I could have done different. Now that I think about it, just put a Y harness in there, or put a T on these 2. But I can always just put the T on this side. So, anyways, but there you go. So essentially it's ready to go minus those landing lights. So I'm going to go ahead tomorrow, and actually probably do it here before I go inside. We're about to get some bad weather. Is I'm going to go ahead and put the nose on, and that way I can put the forward fuselage, or the mid and nose, on the wing here, and go ahead and start running the equipment and stuff. So not a lot left. It looks like there's a lot, but the rest will go pretty quick. And then I'll have to start working on getting the cockpit installed. It's going to take a little bit of trimming and everything to get it installed. And you'll have to make like a mounting system for it, which is not hard. That's just typical. So, all right, guys. So just a little update. Not a lot to show you guys, and some lesson learned there for me. But yeah, I had to trim, obviously, in here to allow for these to go through. This is not structural or anything here. There was already a big hole. I just opened it up a little bit for all the needed wires. So, but anyways, you guys take it easy, and I'm gonna get back to doing some things and deciding if I want to redo that. I don't really want to, so I may just leave it. So anyways, you guys have a good one, and take it easy.